go in a little different direction today, and the subject matter is revolvers. Now, I get it, revolvers are outdated to a degree, but I've long been a proponent for probably a decade of like, I think you should have a couple revolvers in your collection, okay? And there's three real reasons I always circle back to. It's like, look, clearly I'd rather have, whether it's a Glock or a 2011 or whatever, I'd rather have that in a actual pinch or bedside gun or range gun or whatever. You know, you're not likely to shoot a ton of rounds on a revolver these days, but I like having them for three reasons. One, if there was ever a ban on magazine-fed pistols, which, let's be honest, I'm certainly not rooting for that, but is it that far outside of the realm of possibility that one day that could happen a year, 2, 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now? Like, I don't think it's that outlandish, to tell you the truth. And I would like to, if the day ever comes, not be so far behind the power curve going, oh shit, everyone's about to go buy all the revolvers. Like, I'd like to be ahead of the curve on that. Number two, in a pinch, easy to train a new shooter, right? So easy to train a new shooter. Hey, basically nothing to go wrong. Very simple to operate, very simple to reload. There's no magazines, there's none of that. There's no pulling back on slides. It is very easy in a shit hits the fan scenario to go, hey, look, you're a new shooter and here you go. Here's how this thing works, and you could show someone inside of 2 minutes, right, how to run a revolver. To be accurate, maybe not, but at least they know how to work it. And then just the reliability side of it. Again, whether it's a shit hits the fan scenario and you're bugging out to here, whatever it is, just going, hey, look, there's nothing to go wrong on this. There's no magazines. There's no, I mean, like, legit, there's about nothing to go wrong with it, right? There's no reliability issues. I mean, there's basically nothing that can go wrong. So I've always been a proponent, hey, look, have 2 revolvers. I mean, you can have as many as you want, but have a couple revolvers, have a full-size revolver. So that, we'll do a video on this someday. But so that is like an OG 1960s Colt Python. It is a beautiful gun that I love very, very much. And, you know, one that also I don't mind if I shoot it. You know, it's not a collector's item. It's been refinished and had a couple little minor things done to it. So it's not one of those $3,500 Pythons. But look, have a full-size revolver, and Pythons are, I'd say probably by a lot of people's standards, the gold standard of revolvers, minus doing like a Korth or something just absolutely berserk like that. And then have a little compact gun, right? So essentially what you've got there is you got your full size, whether it be your range gun or your bedside home defense, something like that. And then have something that's more concealable that you could actually throw on and carry. Obviously, if you're doing like that's just a little Colt Detective Special, 6 rounds, you know, I would say, hey, definitely a consideration. Try not to do a 5-round little revolver, you know, at least get that bump of 1 extra round since you're already down to a pretty small amount anyway. But look, little guns like this are cool. They have a lot of benefits, one of which being, hey, since there's no slide, there's no issues with out of battery. If you actually wound up in a conflict and you needed to push that against a target, there's no slide to come out of battery, so that will still fire. So there's, you know, look, there's a lot of upsides to this. Are there, you know, more modern options for a carry gun? Yes, of course. But for the reasons listed, I still say everyone inside of their collection, once you've got the real essentials checked off, you've got like your main carry gun and your bedside gun, yada, yada, yada. Look, you should have a couple of these. And for no other reason, they're just cool. And they're historically cool. And there's something neat about that, you know? So let me know, am I crazy? Like, am I crazy to still like having a couple of revolvers? Or am I actually onto something? All right, kids, see ya.